Yeah, in the last just few minutes, probably the last 2 minutes, it seems actually to some degree that lockdown, and I want to stress that I don't know this, I'm just telling you what I see. It seems that lockdown may be lifted. I want to step out of the way so my photographer Dan can give you a better look at that gate area, and I'm not sure you may be even able to see from where you are, but you can see that some people have moved those traffic cones that you saw in my last hit away from the road and are now letting cars that seem to be civilian vehicles back onto the base. Now, we know that this, in these sort of situations, there is a heightened security situation, so we know that they're going to be rechecking these cars, and we anticipate that there may be traffic because of those additional security screens coming back in here onto the base. But it seems, at least with what we're seeing here outside of this main gate, that the lockdown has to some degree lifted. We knew that it was a pretty intense lockdown when I first got out here about an hour, 45 minutes to an hour ago. There was security here. In fact, they had just set up here in this intersection and were directing traffic. When I first got here, the main gate was completely full, and they had cars going all the way down this road waiting to get on the base. But then about 10 minutes after I got in, probably an hour ago, maybe 40 minutes ago at this point, that is when they just shut that entire gate off. At this point, I actually see police here. Do you have any updates for us, sir? 1 second, guys. I'm going to stay on the air just 1 sec. Okay, okay. Gotcha. Is there any information you can share with us or anything like that? Okay, okay. Well, we'll wrap up this hit. We'll get to the Ag Center, you said?
Yeah, the Ed Center, the big building right there.
Gotcha.
Down here, take a left.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So we actually just had an officer come up to us and tell us that Fort Stewart has actually asked us to leave this area here. Now, we're on a public sidewalk, as we would be at any other crime scene. They really can't kick us off of where we're at, but we are going to go there to try and get some more information in these sort of situations. We may get a press conference or something to that degree. So, again, just to kind of wrap up here, we are outside of the gate at Fort Stewart, where it seems they have reopened the gate to some degree. They are letting some folks back in, but we know this is a continually developing situation, and that could change at any moment. We'll continue to stay out here and bring you the latest. For now, I'm Andy Calder, JCL 22 News.
Okay, sounds good.
How long till the next hit?
Huh?
How long till the next hit?
I don't know. We're doing wall to wall, so.
Okay, if we're gonna be doing this all day, they're gonna have to bring me some more batteries.
Dante's bringing batteries, isn't he?
I hope so. Remember, my camera can only take these batteries. It can't take the others.
Hey, y'all, what channel do you want Megan and Madeline on? I know, if it was hot right now. Thankful for the cloud cover.
Yeah, coming through the top one. I don't know, they could come this direction, but they go over to the ambulance bay over there.
Right there.
I know the answer, I'm sure, but I would be remiss not to ask. Fort Stewart just put out a statement that said everyone was treated on site and moved to Wynn Army for further treatment. That would mean if they need it, coming here, right? Okay, cool.
They may be stabilizing someone, but most likely they need to be early.
I heard this. I heard one.
Stabilize people before they get them. I don't know. Yeah.
Okay.
So they'll probably do a check them out, figure out if they need to transport.
And then bring them out here. Be on the lookout for Megan and Madeline's shot. They were there getting set up. What in the world? I'm chilling. You can come to me if you need to. Yeah, can you hear me? Okay, yeah, you can come to me if you need to. I'm all right. Yeah. Ricardo, I think they're going to come to us.
Okay. Over. Okay. Thank God for this waveform on it.
We have not seen anybody come in yet. We are expecting that anyone that's going to be coming here to Memorial will likely be airlifted by helicopter. So we're situated in front of the helipad at Memorial right now, which is outside of the emergency room. Now, the Army has released a statement saying that 5 soldiers were shot and that they are all being treated on base at the Wynn Army Hospital, and that that's where they will receive further treatment. However, that could mean a lot of things. That could mean that people are getting stabilized right now, or that could mean that they are coming here, and we are hearing from officials at Memorial Hospital that they are expecting victims from the shooting to be coming here for further treatment. Now, that's because Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center in the area, which means it's the only facility that's suited to treat critical injuries, especially when you're thinking about gunshots and really how violent and how serious those can be. So officials at the hospital tell us that they are expecting people to be airlifted here, and they would be landing on the helipad on top of this parking garage that you can see from down here on the ground, which is connected to Memorial's emergency room. So we're going to be keeping an eye on that. If we hear anything else, we will, of course, let everybody know. And as soon as we start to see people being brought here, we will keep everybody updated. Now, we don't know the condition of any of the victims that Fort Stewart or the Army has confirmed. In a typical situation where somebody was injured, whether that be in a wreck, a shooting, or any type of manner, if we have a name, we can generally confirm that with the hospital that the person is being treated at, and they can confirm the victims, what state they're in, whether they've been injured critically, if they're in stable condition, all of those sorts of things. Because these are soldiers and this is military personnel, the hospital says that they don't believe they're going to be able to comment on that, so that information will have to come from the United States Army. So we are going to be pushing to get information on the status of these victims. I have been in contact with representatives from the military the entire time I've been out here. I haven't been able to get an answer yet, but that could just be because the situation is so fluid. Unfortunately, we're becoming increasingly familiar with these situations here in the Savannah area and our extended viewing area. But as we learned with the Oglethorpe Mall shooting, or even the Savannah High shooting hoax several years ago, these situations are extremely fluid, and trying to get accurate information about who's involved and what condition they might be in is a little bit difficult in the moment. So as time moves on and we get a little bit more distance from that person being apprehended to now, we are expecting to learn more, and we will be.
If they get airlifted, where do they come in? From, like, top of the building?
Yeah. Update, guys, they're not coming by helicopter because of weather.
They're not coming by
No.
helicopter because of weather?
Because of weather, so they're coming by ambulance.
And they are coming?
I know we've got 2 coming by ambulance.
Okay.
But
Hey, I have new information to report. I can go. I have new information to report. We know that nobody will be coming by helicopter because of weather, but 2 are coming by ambulance. Yeah, I'm going to set my shot. Yeah. Yes, Brooke, we've learned a few extra details here that we know that none of those soldiers that went to Wynn Army Community Hospital, they're not going to be coming by any type of helicopter just because of the weather conditions here, but we have confirmed that 2 are going to be arriving by ambulance, and that's of course to be treated here at Memorial Health because it is a level 1 trauma center. Meanwhile, Wynn Army Community Hospital is level 4, so different response level here. They handle all sorts of gunshot wounds just being here in Savannah and the different crime that we see, but of course they're prepared. They're inside this ER here. If a helicopter were to land, it would land right above me, but because of weather, they are not going to be bringing any soldiers in. And of course, we earlierly confirmed that this was an active shooter situation because I was talking to some of my contacts out there at Fort Stewart that I work with so regularly, reporting on military topics here in Southeast Georgia. It's a very tight-knit military community. Not only do we have Fort Stewart all the way out in Hinesville, here in this area, just a few blocks from where I'm standing, there's Hunter Army Airfield, where there are so many different families and soldiers that are listening into this, wanting to hear the latest details on these victims that of course are in this tragic and unfortunate situation that happened in an area where first responders all are. Those soldiers, they're our backbone, and of course this type of incident brings such confusion, and we want to help clarify as much as we can. So right now we do know that 2 are going to be arriving by ambulance shortly here. It's about a 40-minute drive from Hinesville to Savannah, so we're just awaiting their arrival here so they can be treated as soon as possible. Brooke, back to you.
Yeah, Brooke, at this point right now, things have kind of, I hate using this term normal, but it seems like it's an average day here at Fort Stewart. Traffic is coming in and out of the base, but we know that it is not a normal day out here at Fort Stewart. We know from officials here at Fort Stewart that they tell us 5 soldiers have been shot at the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area. We know that several of them are being treated at Wynn Army Community Hospital, and we know that several of them are now heading to Savannah to go to Memorial Health to be further treated at that level 1 trauma center. But here right now, outside of the main gate of Fort Stewart, things are fairly normal. When I got here about 90 minutes ago, traffic was incredibly backed up with people trying to get onto the base. At that point, maybe about 20 minutes after that, police started shutting down traffic onto the base and actually installed traffic cones here to the front of the base to prevent anyone from coming in and out. That lasted for a good half hour before those officers left the area and were inviting folks back onto the base. Now, we know, I want to step out of the way so my photographer can give you a better look onto the base. We know that in these situations, after a security situation on the base, we know that security is going to be tight, and I apologize. It's tough with these cars driving to get a clear shot of that main gate, but we do know that extra security precautions are underway to keep the soldiers and their families safe living here on Fort Stewart. We know that this will continue to be a breaking situation. We will continue to learn more later in the day. I've been reaching out to Fort Stewart officials to try and get more information from them. We have not yet heard back, but we do know, again, from Fort Stewart officials, I want to recap, 5 soldiers shot in an active shooter incident at the 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area. Brooke, we will continue to stay out here and bring you the latest when we have it. No, my IFB, when this dropped, it broke. So I'm like getting in and out unless I hold it. So.
I don't know what Joe has, but they look
He
like
has
they're
this.
big, but they come in the slot.
Those are the same bags.
When you step out, I only punch in so far because we were cautioned once before about shooting video of gate operations and stuff. So I do push in, but I don't get right up in there because I'm like, Tomko will be calling. Well, when there's really nothing new to talk about, but they want you to stretch and stay on, that's what happens. You trip up.
Yeah, it is what it is. We've gotten all the information we can get.
And we're probably not going to get anything new anytime soon.
Maybe a press.
We are hearing that Good morning. Sorry? Do you have some?
No, you need to go over to the Edge Center.
Oh, we're not trying to right now. We're just videoing.
Because in actuality, you should be over at the Edge Center. Nobody should be over there.
Okay, nobody's told us to move or anything.
Yeah. That's why I'm here. I got it over the radio. All you do is go to the Edge Center. You should get all the information.
Where do I go? Where is that?
Once you go back out Sunbury, you're going to go all the way around, and you're going to come back like you're coming through the front gate. It's like, you know where Baldino's is? On Baldino's Street?
No. Is there a certain thing we can type in our location or our maps? Yeah. What should we type in?
Well, you're going to let's say you're going to Fort Stewart front gate. The Edge Center is right across on the other side.
Okay.
And they should be able to give you any information that you need.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you. Typing in now. You too.
Wait, so we're not allowed to stay here?
No. Hello? Hey. The road. Oh yeah, no, we told him when we got out of the car. Right. Oh, okay. Good idea. Yeah, we just got asked to move, so we're going to have to move real quick. Okay, thanks, Michael.
Huh?
Armored Brigade Combat
Do you want to move?
Thumbs up when you're ready.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
Did you learn anything more from these guys? Yeah, certainly a lot different than it was when I first got here, just after 11:30 or so. Traffic is moving fairly normally out here outside of Fort Stewart, but we know that it is anything but a normal day beyond the main gate here at Fort Stewart. I want to step out of the way so I can give you a better perspective of this gate, where people to get on the base need to, of course, check in. When I first got here, this was completely bumper-to-bumper traffic as security was ramping up the requirements to, of course, get onto base. Then Fort Stewart closed off and locked your base. And then probably at this point, about 45 minutes ago, they have returned to normal operations, saying in a post to Facebook that there is no active threat to the community. In just the last 20 minutes, a team member with the Army Public Affairs Office just checked in with us, told us to kind of stick around this area, but told us that we should at some point get access to Fort Stewart and to be able to get to that 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area where this shooting is said to have happened. But at this point, it remains an active scene where officials with the Army Criminal Investigations Division are continuing to go through that scene and figure it all out. There's still a lot of questions that we have. We know a shooter has been apprehended, but we don't know who they are. Are they a soldier? Are they a soldier's family members? Or are they just someone that was able to make their way onto base and inflict this violence on 5 U.S. service members here at Fort Stewart? It's an incredibly sad, heavy day. When I first got out here, I'm set up kind of at a strip mall with a Subway and an Indian restaurant. There was every parking lot, every parking space was full. Soldiers were just waiting for word to get back on the base. There's a lot of that unknown in these sort of developing situations that really you catch these soldiers just waiting to get an answer as to what is going on. We are going to continue to press Fort Stewart officials. As I said, a member of the public affairs team told us that at some point today, we will likely be able to get onto the base and get outside of that 2nd Armored Brigade Combat Team area. We will, of course, continue to keep you posted and bring you the latest from there, but that is all we've got for now. We're going to send it back to you, Brooke. Yeah, well, it's nothing special. Yeah. It's just I was here.
This has nothing to do with what we're doing. Is that on?
It is.
officers from the Savannah Police Department getting out and monitoring the situation as you would do with, high-profile patients and things like that to protect their identities, the nature of those injuries and things. So we are going to continue to keep you updated. I'm not hearing the sirens anymore. Officials from Memorial had said that they thought that that could be the patients. It may be somebody else, but we will be sure to bring you right back here just as soon as we have eyes on an ambulance, and we will let you know when those patients get here. For now, I'll send it back to the studio. Yeah, sorry about that. They were like, they're coming, and I could hear the sirens. Okay, got it. Got it. All right, the next time I hear sirens, I'm probably going to panic again, so just be ready. Oh, hey guys, this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. Come to us. Come to us. Come to us. Come to us. Chrissy, come to us. You can see that a U.S. Army ambulance has just pulled in here at Memorial Hospital in Savannah, presumably carrying at least one, potentially two of the soldiers that have come here from Wynn Army Community Hospital. Now, again, Memorial is the only level 1 trauma center in this area, so we can infer that the victims that are in the back of this ambulance are in need of some sort of critical care, though we don't know exactly what their conditions are at this time. That's information that will have to come from the United States military. They've not released it at this moment because it is a fluid situation and they might not even know right now. We assume that they have, of course, been in communication with medical personnel. Now, on the ground, you can see the Army ambulance, and you can see an EMT getting out right now. There are also several Savannah Police Department officers on the ground monitoring the situation. This can happen when high-profile patients are brought into a hospital. It never hurts to have an extra set of hands just to protect the identity of the people and just make sure that everything goes smoothly, especially when you're talking about patients that have come from a mass shooter situation. We can see an EMT getting into the back of the ambulance right now, and the person in the ambulance is likely to be brought into the hospital over the next several minutes. Now, they are being taken care of. As Dawn said earlier, we know that Memorial is likely bringing their best team together, the best of the best, to treat these patients. I can say that nobody has been rushed out of the ambulance. You've been sitting here watching this with me, and it hasn't been a rushing situation, so hopefully that's a good sign, although we just don't know. We don't know if there are two patients in this ambulance or if there's only one. We are still working to learn the status of the other 3 confirmed victims. We're hoping that they were able to stay on base because they had less severe injuries, but we don't know that for fact yet. But we're hoping for the best in this situation. So we'll just give you guys a look at this ambulance as the person in there is being unloaded right now and taken into the hospital. I do see one person on a stretcher, so we could be expecting another ambulance within the next couple of minutes. We will be sure to keep you updated, but as of right now, we know at least one person has been taken into the hospital in a U.S. Army ambulance here at Memorial Hospital. Okay, we're clear. Sound good? 25-ish minutes until the next person arrives. Thank God for the cloud cover.
I know, y'all, if it had been as hot as it was last week, we would have survived this.
I know.
Move on over, move on over.
Oh, good game.
I'm gonna call Ossoff's people. I haven't seen anything from them. Hey, I'm all right. You guys totally could have put something out and I missed it because I'm out in the field right now. But did Senator Ossoff have a statement on the Fort Stewart shooting? Yeah. Okay, that would be great. If you might have any availability for an interview, let me know. Carter's people have reached out, and I'm sure that he will be on us at some point. So if you guys, would like for him to do that, just let me know and we can arrange it. All right, thanks, Jacob. Bye.
Not yet, Brooke. We are waiting for about 25 minutes for that the next ambulance is expected to get here. It's a long drive from Fort Stewart all the way here to Savannah to the Midtown area that Memorial Health is located, about an hour drive. But we did see that one ambulance arrive so that one of those soldiers could be treated here at the level 1 trauma center. And the reason I keep saying that here is because you would think, why would they make such a long drive here to Savannah? The reason why is because this is the hospital that's equipped to deal with injuries like gunshot wounds to this severity, and for them to be able to, if needed, go into surgery immediately. But you can see as they respond here, first responders helping first responders. I mean, you think about it, there's soldiers and then we have doctors here that sign up for situations like this, but most certainly did not sign up for this one today in the magnitude of the amount of what it means for a shooting to happen at an Army base. But you can see they are rolling people in here, they are getting them the care that they need, and they're able to do that at this hospital here. And the Wynn Army Community Hospital is a very well-equipped hospital, but to the level of gunshot wounds, trauma that these victims have experienced, they are coming here to Memorial Health because
No,
this
that's
is
the same one.
location. You just saw them wheeled in there. Just prayers right now for the family of that person that just went in there, that signed up to have their loved ones serve our country, and for something as tragic like this to happen. That other ambulance is expected to get here in just about, I'd say, 20 minutes now.
Sure.
Should probably be out
Yeah, you
about
can take it.
5.
They're gonna take
They
another
would
bump.
normally take them
But
by
this is the same ambulance.
right off the roof right there, but because of the weather, they're not taking helicopters here today. They only be arriving
They can't see your hand.
No.
They can't see dropping.
I did not want for the ambulances to have to go here because that signal from these injuries are much more prevalent maybe to our base.
Oh, well, oh, who's coming here?
It's like another SAV crew.
Yep.
Wonder if they're gonna say this was gang violence too.
Oh, that's what we always say.
Not like that.
We say everything is a gang.
I don't want to get in your shot. Are you guys
Not yet.
Okay.
We're going to do a bump shortly, though. Wait. All right. I'm still thinking.
Okay. Yeah, I can go whenever you need me to.
Just camera. Come over that way. Oh, there's the city ambulance and everything.
Quick question. Are you guys live right now? Yeah? Okay, very much.
Yes, so actually I see another ambulance coming in right now. That is a central EMS ambulance, the ambulance that we've seen from Wynn Army Community Hospital has been labeled U.S. Army. So I don't believe that this is an ambulance that's carrying any soldiers, although we don't know that for certain, but I can tell you the last ambulance we saw that had the last soldier was labeled U.S. Army. One soldier was taken here to Memorial Hospital. I would say it's been probably 10 or 15 minutes or so now. We don't know the conditions of any of the soldiers that have been shot or involved in this shooting. The Army hasn't given out that information. We did just get a press release from the Army several minutes ago saying that they weren't going to provide any further information until the investigation is complete. But again, we're also hearing about a press conference in a couple of hours. So it just serves as a reminder that in these situations, things are very fluid. You can hear one thing from one source and one from another. We really don't know what's going to happen, which is why we have a team of people on top of this situation throughout our entire viewing area. The Army has confirmed that 5 people were shot. 2 of them are here at Savannah Memorial Hospital, or rather one person is here. Another is in transit to Savannah Memorial Hospital. We know that this is the only level 1 trauma center in the area. It's the only hospital that is fit to help people with critical injuries, as you would imagine somebody would sustain had they been shot. I can tell you that in a typical situation, if somebody was hurt, if they were in a car wreck, if they had been shot, if they had been injured anyway, if we had the names of those people, we would be able to reach out to the hospital and they would be able to confirm what that person's condition was. They wouldn't tell us anything beyond that, but they would be able to confirm what that person's condition is. That's not how it's going to be in this situation, because this is military personnel, because it is soldiers. Any information is going to come from the Army. And again, the last update that I saw from the Army was that they're not going to be releasing any additional information until their investigation is complete, though we do know that that could change. I would say around 15 minutes ago, officials from Memorial Hospital told us that the next soldier was set to arrive here in about 25 minutes. So we are expecting somebody to be here in 10 minutes or so. We will keep you updated when that person arrives, but for now I am going to send it back to the studio. Okay, Michaela says the second ambulance is on Abercorn, so probably not too long until it comes here. Michaela just texted me that someone is streaming you and me on YouTube. I haven't seen anybody.
How the hell are they doing that?
I have no idea.
Can I give them a bird?
The
Flip them the bird?
You should.
Where are they?
I don't know. I wonder if it was that guy that walked up to ask us something.
Oh, that bloke there. Did he look crazy?
He didn't look not crazy.
Well, this is Savannah. Trucks are white and where the bodies are coming out, deep dark shadow. Bad combination.
Hello.
Hi.
Love you on TV. See y'all.
So just be aware.
Wow. Is there no decency left in broadcasting?
I'm just not going to talk anymore.
Okay.
There was a mass shooting at Fort Stewart, and the injured people are coming here.
How many?
5 people are injured. 2 of them are coming here. That's all we know.
No, I'm just
I know. We appreciate it.
I do. I think about all that. The reason I'm here is I've got a good friend, a landowner, research medical. And I think okay, something's going on, Butter. Why? I said, you never see all 3 children and now I would like to say this. Y'all can spend more time building and send them to national. See, I can't get out and protest. I've had a 5 kids.
I gotcha. I'm so sorry. I can't really talk right now.
I know. Y'all do.
Okay, let's get ready.
Okay.
My
Yeah.
ambulance or-
Hey, y'all, they're coming. If you guys can cut to me, please. Yes. Yeah, have them come to me.
Okay. A little more.
We do hear lights and sirens right now. We were told about 25 minutes ago that we could expect the other victim that is expected here at Memorial to be here in about 25 minutes. I can hear those lights and sirens right now, and the ambulance is coming around the corner. I see a Georgia State Patrol vehicle pulling in, a Georgia State Patrol truck, so they were likely escorting the ambulance here. And after that, we can see an ambulance coming in behind them. So this is going to be that soldier. They have a full police escort, as you can hear, trying to step away so y'all can hear over the sirens. But we see a Chatham County Sheriff's car, a Georgia State Patrol car, a Savannah Police Department vehicle. I saw, I believe, a Georgia Department of Public Safety vehicle as well. Now, the ambulance that's presumably carrying that second soldier has pulled into Memorial Hospital's ambulance bay right now. It's clear that this person is in need of help. The staff here at Memorial Hospital has been standing by since just after 11 o'clock this morning when we first learned of this event. Now, the first patient was brought here, I would say, around 25 minutes ago, and now this is that second patient from the Fort Stewart Army base that's here at Memorial to receive treatment. Now, I'll remind you again that Memorial Hospital here in Savannah is the only level 1 trauma center in our area. It's the only hospital that is fit to treat serious or critical injuries like we can presume this soldier has. Fort Stewart and the Army has confirmed that 5 people were shot on base. 2 people are here at Memorial now. That last person is being unloaded from the ambulance as we speak. We don't know the extent of anybody's injuries, nor do we know the status of those 3 other soldiers. We do know that they were being treated at Wynn Army Community Hospital, which is on base, and that anybody that needed further treatment was going to be taken here to Memorial in Savannah. So we are hoping that those other soldiers are not in need of critical care, and that is the reason that they haven't been taken here to Memorial. But that second soldier, I can see them on a gurney right now being wheeled into the building, and we can see police officers as well. As we're going to take a zoom out here, we see another ambulance coming in. We don't know, don't believe it's related to the situation. We were told that there were going to be 2 patients from Fort Stewart coming here, and we have seen both of them now. There is a very heavy police presence in this ambulance bay. We saw several vehicles escorting the ambulance. Now, you might be asking again, if these patients are in critical condition, why weren't they taken by air? Why weren't they taken via helicopter? And that seemed to originally be the situation, but unfortunately the weather in our area prevented a helicopter from safely getting up in the air. So these soldiers had to be taken by ground via ambulance from Fort Stewart here in Savannah. And as we all know, that can be a fairly long trek, especially at this point in the day, which is why the second soldier likely came in with a police escort to get them to this hospital as quickly as they possibly could so they can receive the critical care that they're very much in need of. I can tell you that that first soldier did not have a police escort. They were brought in from the Army ambulance. This second soldier did have a police escort, and we can see those multiple agencies, including the Georgia Department of Public Safety, the Savannah Police Department, the Chatham County Sheriff's Office, and the Georgia State Patrol are still in the ambulance bay right now. We are working to get information on what the condition of these victims are. I've said it before, I'll say it again. In a typical situation, when somebody has been injured, if we have that person's name, we can typically reach out to staff at the hospital and they will give us what the person's condition is, whether that is critical, serious, the extent of their injuries. That's all they'll give us, but they will tell us. In this specific situation, because we are talking about soldiers, we have to defer to the United States Army, and the Army has not released any information other than 5 soldiers are shot, and we know that 2 of them, as of right now, are at Memorial Hospital in Savannah. So we are going to continue to bring you the latest updates as we become available. We're going to continue asking the Army for updates on these folks' condition. We are hoping for the best, but for now, I am going to send it back to the studio. Thanks. CNN has our feed, and we are still on a hot mic, just FYI.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, people have let me know. I appreciate it. Yeah, Michael reached out to me to let me know. I appreciate it. I had several people being like, hey. Nah, it's okay. I mean, we haven't said anything, so. Let's try and get the camera off this person if we can. I don't want her face getting streamed across country. Different person. Okay, yeah. I told them.